Married couples. What's the one thing you wish you could tell your partner, but just can't?
Story 1.
That I hope I die first, and think or assume I will. Eventually, because I cannot bear the thought of living in this world without her in it. This is something my parents voiced to one another, that they cannot live without the other. They essentially fight who will go first. My mom to dad, be a gentleman and let me go first. My dad to my mom, if that happens I'm right with you due to a broken heart. As their kid, I'm lucky to watch their love. Also, as their kid, I'm beat because I compare my love to theirs and wonder if it's not equivalent. Is it good enough? Even though who knows what happens behind closed doors. My husband and I used to playfully argue about this until the morning he said, "I'm dying first," and then put his coffee down, went to take a shower, and collapsed. He had a massive stroke. We were both 29 at the time. He's fine now, but we don't tempt fate anymore. My sentiment is the opposite of this. I hope she goes first, so she doesn't have to live in a world without me. I want to spare her the pain of losing me. We can't live without each other. I don't want to put her through burying me.
Story 2.
I'm not disappointed in you. You're disappointed in you. And I can't solve that for you. Had a girlfriend like this. I think you can actually say the first part, and found it was super helpful to her to deal with the second part. Positive reinforcement can have an effect. Expanding on this a bit. Sometimes people feel like they should be disappointed in themselves because of expectations that come from other people. Those people can be gone for decades, or just be an amalgamation, but the impact is still there. Therapy can help to figure out where that energy is actually coming from. The average person just is not equipped for this kind of work.
Story 3.
That she should have been more honest with me about her values, attitude, and interests before we got married and had a kid, rather than just behaving in a way to make me happy. That sucks and I'm sorry. Sincerely. Yes, before we got married, she got a master's degree. We had explicit conversations about the fact that this was a shitload of debt, and confirmed the fact that she would work full-time. As soon as we got married, she told me that she refused to work, and had no intention of ever working. So now I'm stuck paying 2 houses worth of debt for her degree. This is just one of the many things that have hid from me, and did a 180 on after we got married. We have kids together, so unless I want to be a 2-week-in-a-month dad, I'm stuck in a shitty marriage. Okay, I say this as a divorced dad 6 years ago, with a kid who was taken advantage of by his now ex-wife. I was the primary breadwinner, did most of the household chores, and found out she had been having an affair for years with all that free time while I was working. There are worse things than being alone. Your wife's behavior, as you describe it, is dishonest and manipulative. Marriage is intended to be a partnership with roughly equal effort from both spouses. It should spark joy. If you are in the United States, it is likely you will get 50% custody. You would be amazed at how this impacts quality time, when you don't have to talk the wife into every activity. You can just take the kids and go. It is very freeing, and allows you to spend more quality time with your children. I have a great relationship with my child, because I put the effort in. The ex not so much. As long as you realize or act on the fact that effort is the language of love, you will pack more quality time in the compressed period. The debt will likely be split between the two of you, but lawyers may be able to argue the student loans. It is worth checking, especially since those loans are in her name. Child support to your wife stops at the kid's 18th birthday, versus supporting your wife until the day she dies. Alimony is usually time-limited as well, and where your wife has a master's degree, it would likely be short.
Story 4.
I wish you could say no to your parents. It's going to kill you from stress. This one you should tell them. I go further. You need to tell them. If the situation were a grown-up, married, person has problems to distance themselves from the parents, and it causes problems. The issue is deeper, and your partner needs support to develop a working relationship with their parents. And if that means more distance, that is where help to go there is needed. My boss used to do anything and everything for her aging mother. Her mother was mean to her and constantly demanding she take time off work to run mundane errands for her. She tried to say no, but she just couldn't. She used to tell me, "Carnival Bear, my mother is going to kill me." I wasn't sure if this was in jest or not, as she was never smiling when she said it. Just a little over a week before Christmas, she died of a massive heart attack. Her mom died the next day. It was and is extremely tragic. Her husband is completely devastated to the point we haven't had a funeral yet. He can't get it together. Completely understandable. Tell your partner. Show them this story.
Story 5.
Stop ordering so many damn packages. I read this as pancakes. This depends entirely on what they're ordering. My partner and I both work full-time and have 2 kids. Somehow, only through the virtue of being female, from what I can tell, am lumped as manager of the household. He came to blows about all my spending and all the packages. So I flipped and opened them up. Cleaning products, a new mop, a lunchbox for his son, because his old one was knackered. Dog food X2, the only one our hound isn't allergic to as it was on offer. 2 work shirts he told me that he needed. WD-40 for our sliding door, etc., etc. Yes, it's a lot of packages, but hey, I work full 10-hour days. So beeped if I'm going to go shopping after that when I already need to get groceries. And am the household cook as bloody well. And B, these are things I have found cheaper online. Maybe one of every 5 deliveries, there's something actually for me. Sorry, it's still fresh.
If you enjoy our channel, we'd love to invite you to become a member. Joining is easy. Just click the join button on our channel homepage or beneath any of our videos. Your support means the world to us, and as a member, you'll gain access to exclusive perks and content. Thank you for being part of our community. We look forward to welcoming you as a member soon.
Story 6.
That I sleep really badly when she is away from home. The standing joke in the family is that I fall asleep in seconds. But she doesn't know that when she's not in bed with me, I toss and turn all night. She can never know either, because we both travel for work and to look after elderly relatives. So it's not like she can do anything about it. You know her best, but my husband is the same. I found it really sweet that he missed me that much when he told me. If possible, we'd do some late-night phone calls where I'd chat with him until he got sleepy. Not a perfect solution, but it helped.
Story 7.
That I'm about to leave. The constant neglect he does and no effort has broken me down. I've conversed many times about not getting my needs met, but yet nothing has changed. I could have written this myself. Beep, I'm tired of repeating myself and being ignored. I just don't give a beep anymore. And now that I don't, he wants to make an effort. But now I'm emotionally disconnected from him. That's when they always pull their head out of their beep and finally start paying attention. When one foot is out the door, until they can see both feet are in again, and it's safe to go back to being entirely self-centered and not meeting any of your needs. It's just a cycle that some people will never escape. Either resign yourself to a lifetime of this, or escape it and hope to find someone a little more evolved. There's nothing else to do.